This video is a love story between one Jemmimah and Simon. And what do we say? Love wins. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Njenga Njeru. I'm very excited today because I'm going to present to you a very successful love story of one Jemmimah. I posted Jemmimah on the show last year around the month of April, so around 1 year ago. And it is beautiful to know that she actually got married in a come we stay arrangement, and it's still beautiful. However, it is good to advise people that even when you see people getting matched, even when you hear that people got married, it is true that they were able to compare and contrast between a number of candidates and they chose the best. And for the story of Jemmimah and Simon, it is beautiful. They have gone to the parents, they have seen them, they have notified friends and relatives, and it has been beautiful all through. Now, I have always told people that whatever you don't market never sells. Whatever you don't desire, you don't deserve. Until you desire, then so do you deserve. Jemmimah was amongst the people who have been watching us from the periphery. This show has been in operation for the last 3 years, 2023, 2024, and now 2025. We started making arrangements towards the end of the year 2022, and it has been a beautiful love story because not one, not two, so many people have been matched on this show. Others have not been broadcasted because they were matched on a private level, and if they were matched on a VIP condition, that means there was no point in broadcasting their stories. Last year, we had made an arrangement to match and make people meet for a singles dinner. If you can remember, we hyped a singles dinner, and then we were able to meet with some of the people who have been matched on this show successfully, and we did it in a very successful event, which was very beautiful and discreet. However, moving forward, I am planning to see whether we can be able to match singles in an arrangement where singles meet in a couples dinner, and in a singles dinner that can translate into a couples dinner, if you know what that means, and then it will be a beautiful thing. However, if it was meant to be, it will be. Now let's hear the story of Jemmimah and Simon. Simon and Jemmimah met on this show. I posted Jemmimah, and it was so beautiful that every other time we attempt to match people, it turns out that unless you don't want, you will always get a match. Unless you're not interested, you will always get a match. So Jemmimah was able to meet a number of people. And one thing I always give as a disclaimer, you see, Jemmimah is 47, Simon is 53. But there is always something I'll give as a disclaimer. When you post your contacts on this show, when you get posted on this show, I cannot guarantee that the people who will contact you are your age mates. When you get posted here, I cannot guarantee that the only people who will contact you are the people of your preference. Why? Because everyone has a right to ask, and they have not done anyone harm. Okay, unless somebody cyberbullies you, unless somebody now goes against the codes of dating, unless somebody tries to send you nudes, unless somebody tries to invade your privacy, unless now somebody tries to disturb you at night, so can you block? But until then, just be assured that unless it was just being done discreetly, if you are posted here, you will be contacted by underage, you'll be contacted by overage if there is something like that. Are we together? So was the story of Jemmimah. She was contacted by so many people. Others were actually very young and she respectively declined. Others were older than what she wanted, but she still respectively declined, and she ended up with Simon. So to them, congratulations, love wins. It's a beautiful love story, and it feels good to keep on updating people on what is happening part time. You've had some of these testimonies. Others have been coming live on air to testify. We have been able to match so many people on this show. We have been able to, match so many people, and it has always been a beautiful love story. To the very many people who continue getting matched, congratulations. Love is a beautiful thing, but make sure before you commit to someone, make sure that their intention is marriage 101. Okay, their intention is marriage, because what we are looking forward to achieve here is to make families come together. You know, we are better together. When we come together, great things happen. That is the Safaricom slogan, and we can always use it because why not? Now, and Mr. Simon and Jemmimah started meeting around the month of May after I posted Jemmimah in the month of April. And after careful considerations, Jemmimah fell in love with Simon, and it has been beautiful. So they moved in together around the month of September last year, and it's been beautiful. I told you that one of the red flags you should observe when you're dating somebody is if that person is not willing, if that person is not willing to move things very fast. I mean, if that person wants to talk, but I don't want to contradict myself. So in the previous video, I told people that it's not an emergency. But I was speaking in the context of you met somebody today, it is the first week, and the second week you want to get married. That one is a red flag. However, if that same person wants to take 9 years, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, there is no plan, it's also a red flag. But if for men, and I'm speaking from the standpoint of a man, if you meet a man and that man feels like this is the real deal, he will, even if he doesn't want to marry you right away, he will at least communicate future plans. He will communicate future plans in the sense that he wants you to know that he is interested in hand in marriage. He wants to marry you, and he doesn't mind marrying you in the first place. So you can start making arrangements. So in the month of September, they moved in, and it was beautiful, and it has been. So they're still in honeymoon, and love is beautiful. And they are saying that they would really want to encourage as many as of those who feel like all was gone, all was lost. You remember, Jemmimah had never been married before, but she's a mother of two. She had never been married, and she's a mother of two. In the same way, or on the other hand, Simon was divorced, and having been divorced, and it was official, and they had parted ways, it was wise for him to move on. And the best way to move on was to get somebody who was going to be compatible, was to get somebody who was actually serious. And in this case, Jemmimah was serious, and she ticked most of the boxes that he was looking for. And Jemmimah also realized that Simon was ticking most of the boxes that she was looking for. But one thing is to be noted here: nobody will ever tick all the boxes. You will never meet an angel. You have to compromise at some level, and the other person has to compromise so that that marriage, that arrangement can actually work. But from this desk, I'm wishing them very well. I hope this marriage works. It has worked for other people on this show. I have seen it work, and congratulations to them. I wish them well.